right, guys, it is February 1st, our first team call of the brand new month. January was one for the books. Let's just put it that way. For me, it was such a mental test, to the point where I was like really brought back to like who I was as a coach and had to really kind of figure out like, I don't know how to word it. It's like I really had to figure out how to go back to the basics and really truly find myself again. And I noticed that like I was just getting in my own head so much in January because I'm so used to like hitting between Success Club 20 to 30 that I was being so hard on myself, and everything else was just like completely out of whack for it. And I posted something in our team page earlier today actually, because I was on a call with my corporate mentor, and she was telling me, she was just like, well, what were you doing last month? And I was like, well, I was telling her everything and how the team was exploding and like I was doing this and this and this and this. And she goes, you realize that as a 5-star diamond coach, you're only supposed to be putting 30% into your team and 70% into your own business. And it kind of took me back for a second because I was like, you would think it would be the opposite. You would think that whenever you get to these higher ranks that you're supposed to be putting all your time into your team and helping your leaders grow. And the reason I'm telling you this, because I want you guys to keep this in the forefront of your minds too, is that we are nothing if we don't give our businesses everything it needs first. Like we have to make sure that we're focusing where we need to be. And it was funny, and I know that my PS coaches can back me up on this. I don't know if you guys remember, but do you guys remember last year I wouldn't even take calls in the first week of the month until I was at Success Club? And I was like so adamant about that. Like I was like, I'm not taking calls until I'm personally at my goals. So that way I can help you. For some reason, I decided that was going to change this month. And it really, really shook my business. And I was not helping people. I thrive in this business. And I hope you guys too, off of helping other people get started and get results. And I was held back from that this month because I wasn't doing my job correctly. So yes, we need to be giving our all to our team. We need to be helping our leaders grow, but your business comes first. It is the first day of a brand new month. And is anybody on this call successful yet? Rachel, wow. Oh yeah. Also, but everybody's gonna say no to flag and prove a point. No, if you're not at Success Club yet, then you need to be focusing on yourself first. So everybody make that promise to themselves today that you need to water your own plant before you try to water it. I'm sitting here tonight, guys, and I'm making that promise to myself because I love you. You're my team. I'm there for you. I'm here to help you grow. But what good am I if I'm not hitting my own goals? What kind of leader are you going to be looking up to if I'm not hitting my goals first, right? So it's just my little spiel. But honestly, as much as we want to say that January was a tough month, wait until you see these numbers from January. So let me share my screen with you guys really quick. All right. Thumbs up if you can see this. Good deal. All right. Here's our Success Club board for January. We had a total of 160 Success Club points. That is extremely high, and that's awesome. We had 4 people in 10 plus. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 coaches in 5 plus. And of those 13, we had two of them, I think, are like brand new coaches. 1 are brand new coaches. Allie hit 12. She's very new. We have people in the almost category. A lot of brand new coaches in that category too. Nonetheless, this is a fantastic looking board. And this is a lot of lives changed because of our team in January. And I'm excited because it's Team Cut month now, and we're going to have even more. Here's your Success Club points comparison over the past 3 years with Team Simply Beautiful in January. So in January 2015, there was 20 Success Club points. I looked at the Success Club board today, and I was cracking up. There's like 4 names on it. 2016, we had 66 points. In 2017, 160. So if you guys don't think that this team is growing, and it's growing rapidly fast, and it's super cool to watch. Here is our team volume comparison in a matter of 3 years, okay? Those of you that are newer coaches, you might not understand what this means, but this shows team growth and the impact that we're all having. So in 2015, 2,575. 2016, 5,078. 2017, 23,309. 5,000 to 23 in a matter of a year. And guys, I'm placed on a weak leg. I'm placed on an inside dead leg. I don't get any upline support. I don't have a strong leg. I don't have a weak leg. So all of this is what Team Simply Beautiful has built by itself. That's incredible. So you guys should be really proud of yourselves. Lots of new coaches that came in January. We have Kelsey, Megan, Victoria, Casey, Donna, Kaylee, Alexa, Andrea, Brittany, Becca, and Lindsay. Welcome to the team. Again, we're so excited that you're here. And check out all of the rank advancements for January. We had Allie, Andrea, Rachel, Emily, Lizzie, Amanda, and Caitlin all rank advanced to Emerald. And then we had Jen, Kristen, Sarah, and Lizzie all move up to Emerald 2, meaning they have 2 on each side. I think that if Allie just signed somebody else up, so I'm pretty sure she just went up to Emerald 2 also. And then Kirsten just hit Emerald 3. So those are insane. That looks incredible. Again, congratulations, you guys. I'm so excited to see those change to rubies and diamonds in the next couple of months, and star diamonds. I know we have a bunch of coaches working toward that too. As you guys know, promo this month, there's only one. Beachbody On Demand All Access Challenge Pack is $199. Again, I don't think I have to tell you that this is the best challenge pack that we have. They're getting every single thing that we have to offer. Shakeology and the portion control containers and the shaker, all for $199. That's insane. Plus the programs we're releasing this year, which is the first one we're releasing is in March. You'll get 3 Success Club points for this and a $70 commission. This will end on February 28th. It's going to go up to about like $250 to $300. They haven't given us a price on it yet, but it is going to go up. This will not stay at this price. As you guys know, it's Team Cut Month. So here are our prizes, depending on the tier that you and your team achieve. So in order to get your first one, which is a Bluetooth speaker, you need to be personally at Success Club 5, and your team needs to get 30 Team Cut points. Success Club 7 for the cooler coach bag, 50 total Team Cut points, and Success Club 10 for the Shakeology hoodie, 75 total Team Cut points. And you guys get Team Cut points for every single Success Club point you get, as well as a rank advancement. So if one of your coaches rank advances, you get 3 points for that. If you rank advance, you get 3 points for that. So it's super easy in order for you guys to achieve all 3 of these tiers. And like I mentioned in our team page last night, we're also going to be doing a little internal competition with all of us. I'm getting little customized champagne bottles made for the top Success Club Team Cut points in February. So this is a really fun month for us to really rally together and change a lot of lives. Plus you get some pretty cool stuff. Coming up, things you guys should know for February. Obviously Team Cup kicked off today. The 5th health bet ends. So we should all be talking to our challengers right now about the next group, re-inviting them to the next group they want to be a part of, setting up for our next challenge group. I am personally holding on with my new coaches on the 13th. I hope that you guys all have your next date set for your next challenge group. You really want to make sure that we're not just like, okay, this challenge group is over. See ya. No, you want to make sure that we're getting them into the next group. And it's actually, Rebecca just mentioned this on our diamond call before this. And guys, if you guys these diamond calls are phenomenal. So if diamond is on your goal board, like please shoot for it just to be on these calls, because it's really nice to have this small group of people masterminding. But Rebecca said on our diamond call before this, that she's offering a graduation group to her challengers, like a Facebook group, and she's going to be giving them they're going to do like a wine night to celebrate making it through the health bet. I thought that was super cool. So find a way to kind of keep them engaged. The 6th Beachbody Challenge voting ends. You can vote for people that did really well in the Beachbody Challenge. I can do that on our website. The 8th, if you hit Success Club 5 and up in the January, your webinar with Rachel Cruz is that night. And then 224, the New Leader Conference, which is in LA, and then 228, again, the All Access Challenge Pack ends. Your team call schedule for the next 4 weeks. Tonight we have Don't Just Talk the Talk, Walk the Walk with Stephanie. I'll talk a little more about that in a second. February 8th, guys, I got somebody from Beachbody Corporate to agree to be on our team call next Wednesday. She's my corporate mentor. She works with Carl Deichler. She works with Jeff Hill. She works with all of them, and she's coming on It's not, one, to congratulate you guys on being a 2017 elite team, but two, to really help you guys learn a little more about consistency and the importance of it. And she wants to meet you guys face to face and see who this team Simply Beautiful is, which I took that as a huge compliment. So let's try to pack the house for that call. Let's get as many people on that call as we possibly can. We want to make sure that she feels welcome. On February 15th, I have a fellow elite coach, Jessie Meglio. She's going to be talking about leading with your why. And I think that's a really solid topic. And then on the 22nd, I'm personally going to be doing She's Just Not That Into You, or Is She? I know a lot of people in this team have been asking how to follow up with people, how often, and what to say. So I'm working on a good, really straightforward call about how to do all that. Last but not least, Elite Mentorship kicks off next Monday. If you are a new coach and have not applied for this yet, please do. We have completely 150% revamped this training. It is insane. And I'm talking like, if you guys feel, if you're sitting there and you feel like, hey, maybe I should do this still, I've been in the business for a couple months and maybe I still feel like I need some little extra help, apply for the training. Like I said, Erica is now part of this training. We have a couple new people. We literally, and like I said, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, and Erica's not trying to toot her own horn here, but this training is badass. Like, if you're looking for a way to launch your business, like, we sat down, we got on masterminds, we got on Zoom chats, and we're like, what do these coaches need to hear? What do I wish that I knew whenever I started as a brand new coach? And we literally went back to the basics. Like, we're not even jumping into business basics until week 2. And you're going to see why. Because it's extremely important that we figure out why you actually want to be a coach and what your story is. And we're going to be working with you guys on that. So we're super excited about it. So if you have not applied, head into our team page. It's not just for new coaches. If you feel like you personally need it and need to get that refreshment and you're kind of at a lull, please apply for it. All right. So any questions on any of that before I introduce our lovely guest speaker for the night? All right, well, I'm excited about this. I reached out to, we have a separate group, as I mentioned, for our diamond coaches where I mentor them in a different way to help them advance their businesses to star diamond levels, to premier, to elite levels. And I asked them at the beginning of this year who would be willing to speak on a team call and kind of share what they learned. And all of them agreed, which made me really excited. So we're going through, and it's funny because I posted in the page and all of them said, well, I don't know what I'm good at. Like, I don't know what my strengths are. And it's amazing because they got to where they are because of these strengths. And tonight's topic is one that I was really excited about because I feel like she is like living, walking proof of this topic. Because there are so many times that coaches come into this business and they will lay it on us. They'll tell us exactly what they want and what they want to do. And I want to make this happen and I want to do this and I want to do that. But they never do anything to get themselves there. Stephanie did that. Stephanie knew exactly what she wanted. And on our very first Getting Started Right call, she told me what she was going to do with this business. And she did it. Everything that she told me that she would accomplish on a one-on-one call, she did it. And she always surprised herself. Every time we get on the call, she'd be like, oh, I couldn't believe I even did that. I'm like, what? Like, she literally, when she wanted something, she went for it. And the reason I asked her to speak on this call tonight is because I feel like some of us maybe need to hear this. They need to hear how she accomplished what she did. Stephanie, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, Stephanie is nothing, like what she did is nothing like out of the ordinary. She listened to me, she set goals, and she went after them. So to shout off a little bit of her stats here, Stephanie is a diamond coach on our team. She began coaching in September. She rank advanced to Emerald in her first 3 weeks as a coach, leveled up about every 2 weeks after that, I would assume. Hit diamond in 56 days, making her a fast-track diamond. She was the third diamond on our team to help our team achieve elite in 2017. She is 6 months straight in Success Club, so she has not missed Success Club since she has started as a coach. She has helped 3 coaches rank advanced to Emerald or above since she has started as a coach. And she began again in September. How many of you guys started in the past couple months? So this is something that you're going to want to hear. So Steph, go ahead and unmute. I'm excited to hear from you and take some notes on what you got for us.
Thanks, Kelsey. I'm actually really excited that you did point out the fact that, what I did wasn't out of the ordinary, because I actually touched base on that, which is really cool. So just a quick background. Well, we'll try and make it quick on my story and how I got here. So I consider myself an athlete. I grew up a competitive figure skater. I was a competitive figure skater for about 16 years. I played softball, and then I quit softball to play lacrosse. And so I was always doing sports, always super active. In high school, I went from either softball or lacrosse to the skating rink. I used to go to the skating rink on my lunch breaks. Never really had to worry about being fit, eating healthy. It kind of just came naturally to me. And then, of course, we all go to college and everything goes downhill from there. I stopped skating. I wasn't near a rink. I loved going to the gym at the time, so I would try and go to the gym when I was at college. Let's be serious. You're a freshman. You're trying to meet people, make some new friends. And so each year as college went by, things, I wouldn't say got worse, but I could tell that I was slowly gaining weight. By the time I finished college, I think I had gained about 25 pounds. And the whole thing was I knew it. I knew I had gained the weight, but I didn't have anything that was stopping me, or, I didn't feel like I couldn't do things. There wasn't that one thing that was okay, Steph, snap back into it. I just figured, it's life. You just finished 4 years of college, real life's coming, do what you have to do. So I had moved to Boston and started working with an amazing personal trainer. I absolutely loved her. And I lived in Boston for 3 years, and I worked out with her 2 or 3 times a week. In the days that I wasn't working out with her, I was doing yoga. And so I got really strong. Wasn't 100% focusing on food or anything, but got really physically strong and was feeling really good about myself. And as some of you may know, my fiance works in the news. And at the time I was living in Boston, he got a job in Texas. And so he left for Texas. I didn't go with him. And so clearly, boyfriend's on the other side of the country. I'm in Boston. Things got not rough between us, but just rough for me in general. And I stopped working out with my personal trainer as much. I was eating even more junk food. And then my fiance moved to Myrtle Beach. So I followed him about a year later. Leaving my personal trainer behind. I was in Myrtle Beach for, I want to say 8 or 9 months, going to the gym every day, but nothing was changing. The scale wasn't budging. It was going up rather than down. And I didn't want to get another personal trainer because I loved the one I had. And then I found this girl who just really stuck out to me. So I started working out with her, and she became my personal trainer. What do you know? Fiance gets a new job a year later, and I leave. And I'm here in Malta, New York now. And right before I moved here, so I've been here for almost a year and a half. Right before I moved here, I saw an infomercial for 21 Day Fix. And I was like, you know what? Let me try this. Jumped on the handy dandy Pinterest, found the portion control containers, found the list of foods, and was like, psh, I work out with a personal trainer. I don't need these DVDs. What are we talking about? And I saw the shakes and I was like, really? But I work out with a personal trainer. Does it really matter? And so I tried to do it on my own. And in the first 3 weeks, I did lose 5 pounds. So I was really excited. But guess what happened? I never touched it again. Never went back to looking at the containers. Never went back to looking at what the food was. Nothing. And I didn't think anything of it, honestly. I did not think a single thing of it. And then last year, New Year's Day, in 2016, my now fiance proposed to me. And at the time I knew I needed help, but I guess I didn't really want to accept it. And my best friend was getting married in July. Actually, she got married the same day Kelsey did. And I was going to be in her wedding. And it was like a dream of mine growing up. We'd known each other since we were 2, to just be in each other's wedding and have this amazing day. And we're at her bridal shower, and I'm so excited. I have this brand new dress on, and I'm feeling so good. And then I see pictures after the bridal shower. And I was embarrassed. Not embarrassed for myself, not embarrassed for other people around me. I was embarrassed and felt like I ruined her day because I had never looked so terrible in pictures in my entire life. Not even a week later, I saw Kelsey's sponsored ad on Facebook, messaged her. And as most people know at this time, and Kelsey has shared with it before, Kelsey has this really nice extensive process she brings you through, asking you questions on, kind of workout programs you want. And I literally said to Kelsey, I was like, I don't really care. Can you just tell me how to sign up? Like, rushed her through the whole thing, made her send me everything, was signed up. Jumped into it right away, was super, super pumped. I started with 22-minute hardcore, and I never looked back on it. For the first time in a while, I was like, okay, tonight, maybe I don't need that extra beer, or maybe I don't need that extra piece of bread and butter. And I was finally making little mental changes as we were going. But at the same time, I was absolutely 100% scared. I skipped my Shakeology in June. I don't even know if I gave Kelsey a reason. I just straight up skipped it in June. And I started back up in July when I signed up as a discount coach, and I haven't looked back since. July and August, I was doing my thing, whatever. Kelsey asked me, 5, 6, 7 times. Yeah, you're right. I did. I had backstock because I think I wasn't drinking it every day. I wasn't drinking it on Sundays because I wasn't working out on Sundays. Ridiculous stuff that we've all heard of. And so Kelsey had asked me a couple times in July and August, more than a couple of times, to be a coach. And I think that was the one area where I gave Kelsey a lot of trouble. And trust me when I say I literally told Kelsey every single thing you could possibly. I led off saying, Kelsey, I want to do this, but I think it's a pyramid scheme. It was the very first thing I said to her. I straight up told her to her face I thought it was a pyramid scheme. I told her I didn't think I knew enough people. I told her I wasn't where I wanted to be in my own health journey. And so she didn't let me go, but she just let me do my own thing. And then September 1st, Kelsey was getting ready to go to a baseball game, or I think it was a baseball game. And I sent her a message and I said, okay, I'm ready to do this. And I think I took her by surprise because it was kind of out of nowhere. She kind of stopped asking me. And I just told her, I was like, I'm going all in. And one of the things with me is if I'm going all in, I'm going all in. I'm not half-assing it. I'm not going to do something just to say I'm going to do it. I'll go in and I'll go in 100% and I'll never look back on it. And that's one of the things that has gotten me here is I've known since day one why I'm here and why I'm doing this. Every single day in this business, I think back to the original reason why I told Kelsey I was here. And every day when things get tough, that's exactly what I think about. And like Kelsey said before, like I didn't do anything extraordinary to get here. Every single one of us on this call in some way or another stems from Kelsey, whether you're a personally sponsored coach of Kelsey's or whether your upline is Kelsey's personally sponsored coach. I can say for a fact, every single one of us gets the same exact training material, the same exact. You may be in a different Facebook group with your team, but you get the same exact training material. So there's no reason why I can do this, but someone else can't. Nothing should be stopping you because, like I said, same exact training material. So it makes you wonder, why do some people succeed and why do some people quit? Which brings us to our topic of how not only to talk the talk, but walk the walk. So like Kelsey said, she had asked us to like be on this talk. And I did tell her, I was like, I'm a little afraid of speaking in public and a little afraid of cameras. And I don't really know what I can teach anyone. And she was like, well, you became diamond in under 60 days. You have a spouse account that's emerald and you're shooting for an elite 2018 team. Like, what did you do this year? And I was like, I guess you're right. Like, I've had a plan since the beginning. Like, nothing's changed. My plan's been the same. So I sat down and I was thinking of like 5 quick things that I've done since September to get me here. And they're really easy things. And there's stuff that like you guys can easily get off this call and implement right now. And it's stuff that we've talked about, but sometimes it just takes hearing it from someone else to like really have it stick in your head. Or, maybe there's a different way that someone says it that clicks for you. So my number one thing, and you guys hear this probably every single day, but really it's number one, is having a clear why. Having a crystal clear why. It's the biggest thing that holds someone back. If you don't have a crystal clear why, you're holding yourself back from day one. Every time something gets hard for me, every time I doubt myself, I remind myself of why I'm here. Kelsey reminds myself of why I'm here. My vision board reminds myself of why I'm here. This ring on my finger reminds myself of why I'm here. Every single day I'm reminded of my why. And it's going to change. Honestly, it will change, and don't be afraid when it changes. On mine and Kelsey's first call, my why was my fiance typically shouldn't make as much money as he does because he works in news, but he makes double my income. And for me, that was a really big deal. I felt like I wasn't contributing to the family enough, and I really wanted to contribute more and hold up my end of the bargain. And so from day one, my why was just making an extra income so that me and him could have money to go do fun things. So I could pay for dinner, so we could go to the bar, and I could pay for drinks. Just something that can contribute to the family. And so I knew every paycheck was a way that I could contribute to our family. And as we got ready for 2017 and we were giving our goals, without even realizing it, I guess, my why changed drastically. I'm still looking, obviously, to make more money to contribute to my family, but I'm also sitting back and realizing that you can be extremely successful from this business if you just put in the time. And I realized what I could do in 4 months, and I immediately thought ahead. I'm getting married in June. In a couple of years, we're going to want to have kids. And if I can build a steady income now, imagine where I could be in a couple of years after we have kids. I can stay at home with them. I can be at home with them while I'm still making money. Don't get me wrong. I have a full-time job, and I absolutely love my full-time job. And I don't plan on leaving my full-time job. But once I have kids, that could completely change. And I want to know that I'm setting myself up. So every time I sit back and I struggle and I think of how crappy of a week it is, or how I wasn't able to help someone, I think of that, and it really, really turns around my day. And it just, when you really put into perspective what your why is, everything changes. And, we all can sit and type it out. We can all speak it. But when this call gets over tonight, I really want to encourage you to sit down and handwrite your why. Don't just type it or think in your head what it is. Handwrite it and put it somewhere where you can always see it. I have one on my desk here, and I also keep one at my desk at work, and they're both handwritten on just a little sticky note that sits on my computer, so that anytime, no matter where I am, when something gets tough, I'm looking at that. And it helps a lot, trust me. And the one thing that you really need to do is really dig deep into your why. We were having a conversation about this the other day. And, if your why is financial freedom, what would it mean to you to be financially free? Don't just say, oh, you want financial freedom. What would it mean for you to be financially free? Being financial freedom, does that mean all your credit cards are paid off, you have no student loans, your car is paid off? What does that really mean? And if you don't get there, what does that mean for you? Because if you can pinpoint those two together, you'll have a crystal clear why right there. Let's see. Okay, number 2, and one that makes everyone mad: showing up daily. I'm literally saying Monday through Sunday, showing up every single day, showing up when you're sick, showing up when you're tired, showing up no matter what. And I don't mean you have to sit at your computer and you have to send 1 million invites, add 1 million people to your network, start 1 million conversations that day. I'm just saying show up in some way, some form. Monday through Friday, Monday through Friday, I keep pretty much the same exact routine. I add to my network, start my conversations, I invite people, read my personal development, and then, check your back office, drink your Shakeology, do your workouts every single day. Monday through Friday, without a doubt, I am doing those things. Saturday and Sunday, I do a shortened version. Saturday and Sunday, maybe I'll add a couple people to my network. Maybe I'll send a few invites. Or maybe I'll start a few conversations, and maybe I'll add to my network. I won't go full out just because a lot of people won't sit in front of their computer on Saturday and Sunday. And so I'm not going to put in all of my extra time if no one else is going to receive it on the back end. So I do a shortened version, but I show up every single day. And like I said, guys, I work a full-time job. I spend maybe 30 minutes a day doing this, doing my adding to my network, starting conversations, inviting people. The difference is between me and others, I'll start a conversation on my lunch break. I'll invite someone as I'm cooking dinner and waiting for it to come out of the oven. I'll send that last minute conversation before I'm, go to bed. I'm laying in bed, my phone's in my hand, send a quick one, and I'm out. I will use any of that, couple extra minutes that I have to do something. One of the things that bothers me so much is when someone tells me they don't have time. You have time to watch an hour-long TV show. Why don't you have time to literally get in front of your computer and invite 5 people? In my eyes, there's no such thing as not having enough time. You can do it on your lunch break. You can do it while you're waiting for your dinner to cook. You can do it, you just ended a conversation with someone you're talking to at home. Send a quick invite. It's not that hard. It's really easy. And showing up daily doesn't mean just doing our vital behaviors. I'm talking about showing up on the scary social media that everyone seems to think it is. And I'm not saying let's just post our workouts every single day. That's boring. And trust me, I've done that before. I've had weeks where I'm like, oh my God, crap. I literally only told people about my workouts this week. Does anyone know what else I'm doing in life besides my workouts? It's ridiculous. But that's when don't post just your workouts. Post about what you ate for dinner. Post about your dog. I love posting pictures of my dog. He's really cute. I'm getting married in 4 months. I should obviously be talking more about my wedding and all the fun things I'm doing for my wedding. Something silly happens to you that day, post about that. For some reason, 2 days in a row this week, I've dropped the blueberries out of the refrigerator and watched them spill all over the floor. And both times I've been like, damn it, if only my phone was right next to me and everyone can see me right now, you'd laugh. But that's the thing, just share something like that. But you have to show up every day. One of the reasons people trust us is because we show up every day. The thing is a lot of us are interconnected. Our personal teams involve someone that we know in some way, shape, or form. And at some point, if you have personal teams, for me, my team right now is 2 people I went to college with and a person I went to high school with. So our paths are obviously going to cross. The difference is, though, if someone you went to high school with is seeing your posts every day rather than your coach's posts every day, who do you think they're going to go to? So even though you're sending those personal invites, starting those personal conversations, you do have to show up online. And I know that can be scary. And for some, that may only be once a day. And if that's what you feel comfortable with right now, then do that. But you have to show up on social media. If someone doesn't see you on social media, how are they going to trust what you're doing? Okay. Let's see. Number 3. And this one was really hard for me at the beginning, is staying positive when things get tough. So gotta love Time Hop. I mean, sometimes it shows you really funny pictures. Sometimes you get some awesome transformations. Sometimes you get to be completely embarrassed by yourself. And my Time Hop, I've noticed, is, I get the funny pictures and funny sayings with people. And I'm not even embarrassed by the photos because I know how much I've changed. I'm literally embarrassed by how negative I was. 80% of my Time Hop is negativity. Boo-hoo, I'm sick today. Oh my God, I don't want to go to work. Oh, I hate my coworkers. Oh my God, I have so much work to do. When am I ever going to finish it? And it's seriously embarrassing. I was reading it the other day and I was like, oh my God, why do I have friends? I'm the biggest negative Nancy in the world. Who wants to talk to me if all I'm going to do is bring you down? Why do you want to have a conversation with someone if they're going to bring you down? Why do you want to surround yourself with people if they're only going to bring you down? So we all have triggers and we know that. My trigger happens to be the scale. And Kelsey was very kind and yelled at me and told me not to step on the scale unless I'm starting or ending a program, because that will completely set me off. I will step on the scale if the number's not something I like. I'm miserable at home. I'm miserable at work. And I'm miserable with the people I talk to. It affects everything. It's really, really terrible. And so one of the things that I've started to do is I just am a lot better at finding out when I'm angry or when I'm getting down on myself. When I'm getting down on myself, I try and think of something positive that's going on. Okay, so the scale didn't go in the direction that I wanted it to today, but since I've started, I've lost 12 pounds. So there's just a different way to spin it. as a couple people have said in our group in the last couple of days, if your Facebook feed is bothering you, delete it. If someone on your Facebook is annoying you, block them. If someone at work is bothering you, put your headphones on. I deal with this at work a lot. I work with a lot of negative people. And when it bothers me at work, I literally just throw my headphones on. I listen to my music and I go in my bubble. Whereas I used to feed into it and be like, oh, they're being negative. Like, I'll just jump on the bandwagon and talk about all the bad things going on in my life too. But we all know the more negative you are, the more negative you attract. And it's just a downward cycle, and it keeps happening and it keeps happening and it keeps happening. And one of the things I really suggest is, like, if you, and I know we've talked about this before, if you don't already, find yourself a success partner. Like, I'll get upset with myself and I'll text Eric. Erica's my success partner. I'll text Erica and I'll be like, oh my God, what is going on? Like, no one wants to talk to me. No one wants to join me, blah, blah. And she'll be like, Steph, it's like the third day of the month. Like, can you calm down? Like, you're fine. You're doing great. Look at your post. And I was like, I'm always like, oh, you're so right. Like, there's no reason for me to be upset right now. And then me, Erica, Rebecca, and Leah are all on a Facebook and all on a text message together. And, like, one of us will text each other and just be like, guys, I'm having a really bad day. Like, this is what happened. And we'll just start the most, like, ridiculous banter in the entire world. Like, I'm talking things don't even start to make sense. There's emojis flying around. There's, like, poop emojis. There's, like, popping bottles of champagne. There's random jokes. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But that's the thing, is, like, your success partner isn't there to just help you build your business. Your success partner is literally there to lift you up when you're down. It's a great, literally, naturally poop. It's so true. Your success partner is there to lift you up when you're down. And honestly, it's going to take a lot of pressure off your coach as well. And, you know, Kelsey's mine, so she doesn't have to deal with me being as annoying as much anymore, because I have other people who are there to lift me up when I need to. But it's really about learning how to spin that negativity. The longer you stay negative in this business, the longer your business suffers. Like I said, the longer you stay negative in this business, the longer your business suffers. So when you wake up in the morning and you're feeling really upset about something, you haven't hit Success Cloud, you're not having great conversations, just find a way to turn it around. You know, whether that be throwing on some music and just getting in a happy place, whether that be messaging someone, just find a way to turn it around. Because the longer you stay in that negative space, the more negative energy you're giving off. All right, number 4. Wait, is that right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, no. Yeah, number 4. Knowing your goals. Sorry, guys, I'm getting sick. So this, to me, besides knowing your why, is one of your most important things. Raise your hand on here if you have handwritten or typed out your February goals. It's February 1st, guys. If you haven't written your goals for the month, what are you shooting for? What are you aiming for this week? What are you trying to do tomorrow? What are you trying to do for the year? How are you supposed to know what you wake up and what you're supposed to do every single week? So I was trying to think about this earlier, and the way I plan my goals has changed so much in just the 4 months that I've started. But one thing that I noticed that I've always done, the way I track it is different. I've always had goals written down. This is my very first call with Kelsey, and I hand wrote goals right after that. I did calls with her every single week until I hit Diamond. Every single week. I did not miss a single week. I had a call with her every single week and hand wrote what my goals were. And every time I accomplished a goal, I highlighted it. That way I knew what I was working for that week. I have daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, and yearly goals. And every time a goal is accomplished for the month or the year, it gets crossed off and a new goal is added. Not just crossed off. I add a new goal, because if you aren't always trying to achieve something, then your business isn't moving. If I make sure that at all times in a month, there's at least 10 goals. And if I drop below 9, I'm thinking, okay, let's either change this goal so that I'm raising my income, change this goal so I'm hitting a higher success club, or adding in a completely new goal. You know, maybe I'm realizing that I'm having a kick-ass month and I can pay off a credit card that month, and that gets added. But I know at all times what my goals are. I will not head into a week without knowing what my goals are. They used to be handwritten. Now I have them on the computer so that if I'm not by my notebook, or I happen to forget my notebook, I can access them through my phone, or I can just jump on the computer quick and look at them. And what did I made myself a note and I don't know what I wrote, guys. Oh, I said, I can tell you what I do every single day to hit my goals. I know how specific they are. If I have a monthly goal that revolves around income, that's broken down by each individual week. And each individual week goes into what needs to be done each individual day to hit that income. So, or to hit that goal. So if we're income driven, guys, which most of us are, or let's go this way. If we're rank driven, what's going to help you hit your rank? No, back up. We're going to go back the other way, because this is how I am. If you're income driven, I'm income driven. I didn't think about rank. I really didn't know what it was. But if you're income driven, you're automatically going to hit your rank. So if you're income driven, you know you need to hit Success Club, because if you hit Success Club, you're signing on new customers or discount coaches. And if you're signing on new discount coaches, you're leveling up. And if you're leveling up, you're cycling. And if you're cycling, you're earning higher cycle bonuses, whether you're emerald, ruby, or diamond. So you're automatically leveling up. That's how much I break it down. It is insane. And like I said, I've done this from the start since day one. I'm an extremely goal-driven person, and I work best off small goals. So I set those small goals, and just imagine how accomplished you feel. It's like, guys, it's like losing weight. You get really excited when you're like, oh my God, the scale went down a pound. It's like, oh my God, I just highlighted a goal this week. It's the same exact feeling. You get really excited because you're moving your business in the direction you want it to go. Let's see here. Okay, the last thing I wanted to touch base on with your goals, this isn't number 5, guys, I'm still on number 4, sorry, is set dates with your goals. So the first time that I talked to Kelsey, I just threw all these goals at her. I was like, oh, I want this, and I think I want this, and I think I want this, and this looks shiny, and this looks pretty. And she's like, okay, that's great, but like, when do you want to do that by? And I was like, what do you mean, when do I want to do that by? Like, I just want to do it. And I quickly learned that if you don't set a date on a goal, you're never going to achieve it, you know? So for the longest time before I started Beachbody, I was like, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. And I wrote a sticky note and I put it on my desk and it said, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. Guess what never happened? I never lost 20 pounds. And you want to know why? Because a date was never attached to it. And to me, it was like, if it happened, it happened. And if it didn't, it didn't. And it wasn't a big deal. So if you're sitting here and you want to be Emerald 2, or you want to be Emerald 3, or you want to be Diamond, I encourage you to put a date on that. The second you put a date on it, you actually start to work harder for it. Imagine that. The second you put a date on it, you start pushing. And you realize, oh my God, guys, I have 2 weeks until I need to do this. Oh my God, I have a week until I need to do this. Something sticks inside of you, and all of a sudden you're just flying towards your goal. You really want to do it. I remember when I was working towards Diamond, Kelsey had asked me what my Diamond goal was. Besides having arbitrary goals for her and like overshooting everything, I think I had told her like end of December or something like that. And Kelsey said, well, I think you can be someone that helps this team hit elite this year. Let's make this your goal. And it was, I think, November 17th, and which we then realized was a week earlier than we actually need to hit it. But I was like, okay, November 17th, that's it. Like, done. Like, I'll hit it by November 17th and there's no questions asked. Like, that's my goal. And the second I attached that date to it, the second I was like, oh my God, I can do this. Like December 17th, I totally have time. Like, I know what I need to do every single day to hit that. So looking back on your goals today, Go through what you have for February. Go through what you have for this week. Well, don't do it for the week. Go through what you have for February and attach a date to every single thing. You want to hit Success Club? When do you want to hit Success Club by? It may be the 28th. It may be the 15th. You want to add 2 discount coaches to your account? When do you want to add them? And even if it's like by the end of the month, guys, write the last day of that month. Write Success Club by the 28th. That way you have a physical number that's attached to it. Okay. My last piece of advice, number 5, always be willing to learn. And I think this is what has propelled me the most is I am the biggest proponent of being a student of anything. And I can honestly look you in the eyes and tell you I'm a student of this business. If I want to know something, I'm in the FAQ. If I want to find out how one of the top coaches is kicking ass and I can't, I'm literally getting on YouTube and watching their YouTube videos. Whether it be like, this is how you invite someone, or like, this is how you run a challenge group. I'll watch those. I will sit at my computer and watch those. It's the same thing as personal development. I've made it a goal to read at least one personal development book every single month. And I love to read. So for me, this isn't too hard, but always willing to learn. I'm always diving into personal development. And willing to learn doesn't just mean that you will go into the FAQ and read something, or that you will Google something, or that you will watch a YouTube video. It means you're accepting criticism and you're learning from it. One of the best things you can do is ask someone what they think of your social media post or what they think of your picture, and know that when you're asking them for advice, you may not like what you get back, but you have to be able to accept the criticism and learn from it. So like I told you, me, Erica, Rebecca, and Leah are all in a group text message together. And in the last couple of weeks, we've gotten into the habit, if we have an important post that we really want to connect with someone, we'll send it in the group chat and we'll be like, hey girls, can you just look this over real quick? Like, let me know if I misspelled something. Let me know if I sound stupid. Let me know if this sounds desperate. And like, I know that those 3 girls will either be like, yeah, it's awesome, it's ready to go. Or like, I don't know if you should say it this way. Like, try doing it this way. But you have to be willing to accept that criticism. If you're not willing to accept that criticism, you're not willing to build your business. And it's like the hard truth, and it sucks, but it's so true. I love when Kelsey is like, oh, that you're doing really good on this, but like, try and do this. And I'm like, you know what? You're so right. Like, I've mastered this aspect of the business, but this part could really use some work. And this can come from anyone. Literally, Erica will tell me this stuff. My success partner, my coaches will tell me this. Like, a friend can tell you this. Just be willing to accept their criticism and take it in stride and build on it. Learn from it. Don't let it tear you down. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there to help you. No one's going to offer you criticism that's not asked for. So just remember that. Those are my 5 things. And as I was trying to figure out a good way to wrap all of this up and really push us for February, I started looking up quotes because I'm like a quote whore. I absolutely love quotes. And so I found this one that I'm going to leave you guys with. And then if you have questions, feel free. So it says, work hard for what you want because it won't come to you without a fight. You have to be strong and courageous and know that you can do anything you put your mind to. If somebody puts you down or criticizes you, just keep on believing in yourself and turn it into something positive. And I felt like that was so perfect because literally I had written down these 5 things and then I found this quote and I was like, I don't know about you guys, but like that small quote just summed up all 5 things I said. So I literally could have just done this call and given you that quote and then just been done. But I felt like that was a good way to end. We're at the beginning of a month. It's Team Cup Month. And I really, really encourage all of you to take these 5 things into heart. Like Kelsey said, I hit diamond in 56 days. I hit diamond in 56 days. I have an emerald account and I'm working towards a 2018 elite team. And I'm not stopping here. These are my goals and I'm going to hit them. And I encourage you all, soon as you get off this call, to be sure that you have your goals written down and that you are figuring out a way every single day to backtrack on what your main goals are and find your way to them to accomplish them.
Wow, man, that really sucked. That was so bad. I'm so glad that you were so scared to come on and inspire the team. No, seriously, that was like very, very great. And I hope that you guys got a lot of, I mean, I got a lot of nuggets out of that. I wrote down pretty much everything you said. And I really feel like what you put out there tonight was the foundation of what this business is. It was, yeah, what Caitlin just said. You nailed it. I mean, that's what this business is. And I hope, guys, I hope that you actually, like, I know that you heard her, but I hope that you heard her. Like, that's how easy it is to, like, build this business. And I'm honestly, like, really drawn to a couple, I mean, obviously the crystal clear why, that goes without saying. I mean, one thing that you said, though, that really, really stuck out to me was the point on staying positive when things get tough. That one really, really, really stuck out to me. Because here's the thing, like, a lot of you guys have been in this business, which is actually really cool for me to say that a lot of you have been in here for like a year now. I've been in here for 3 years, and guys, shit is going to hit the fan, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. And I love how you mentioned something. The longer you stay negative, the longer your business stays there. And it's so funny because I actually had a call with my success partner today. And he told me this, and it was absolutely incredible. And it kind of aligns with that. You can't build a team with one person, but one negative person can drag down the entire team. And I was like, pachoom, right? It's the same thing for your business, right? I mean, that's what it is. Like, negativity can completely destroy a business. So I really like how you were like talking about how to find the positives in negative situations, because be real here. It's not every week's going to be great, you know, but have your people you can go to talk to about it, and find the solutions and find the positivity. Knowing your goals, the way that you break down your goals is like spot on. Loved it. And, being a student of the business, that's, I mean, like I said, I couldn't have done it better. Does anybody have any questions for her? Steph, I want to ask you one, and I'm sure a lot of them, because I know that a lot of coaches on here thinking about rank advancement and all that stuff. But for you, I know it was never really something that you were, it's actually funny, I actually posted it whenever you're talking. Like, you didn't shoot for diamond to be a diamond coach. So I guess the biggest thing is for those coaches out there that are going for rank advancement this month, that are going for emerald, that are going for diamond, like, you naturally hit all those things because of the other stuff. So if you could just kind of talk about that for a second, and then we can let them all go.
Yeah. So, I learned what the ranks were, and I definitely did. I actually, did a little research before I signed up as a coach, and was like, oh, there's all these ranks. I don't understand what anything means. And right after I started, I looked up what this stuff was, and I was like, okay, cool. So there's these ranks, and I can have cool names that are after, shiny objects. Like, I can be an emerald. Ooh, yay, green. I can be ruby. Ooh, red's my favorite color. Diamonds. Ooh, what girl doesn't like diamonds? And so, there was all these names, and I was just like, that's cool, but like, what does that mean? Like, okay, so I'm emerald. What the heck does that mean? Like, to me, it was never a name. Since the day I've been in this, and it's one part of my why that will never change, is I'm here to help others, but I'm here to make more income. I'm extremely, extremely income driven. And I knew that in order to make money, I needed to help people. In order to make money, I needed to have other people get the same transformations I was receiving. In order to make money, I needed to bring on coaches. So I kind of took it as like, I took all of the names away. I didn't think about any of the names. And I literally just thought about, so I wish I had the first set of September goals in front of me. I don't have it, but I think September I was like, okay, I want to make $200. And to me, it didn't matter how I made it, whether that was discount coaches or customers, but I wanted to make 200. And slowly each month I was taking that up. I was increasing it by, $100 or $200, depending on how my month was before that. And guys, as you increase your income, your rank naturally happens. So here we are, we get so scared. We're like, oh my God, I have to be emerald. Oh my God, I have to be diamond. Like, there's these other girls that are diamond. It sounds so cool. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, there's perks. But like, if you can't sit there and tell yourself why you want to hit diamond, then what's the point? Like, I wanted to hit diamond because I needed a higher cycle bonus because I need to make more money. Okay. If you can't sit there and say that you want to hit diamond because you want to make more money, because you want to help more people, then what are you shooting for? It all goes back to your why. If you're not crystal clear on why you want to hit these ranks, then what the heck are you shooting for on a daily basis? Like, if you don't know that, it's just mind blowing to me.
It just gives me the goosies. It's just like such good shit. I mean, honestly, it's just like, I don't know. It's just honestly so great. And like I said, does anybody have any other questions? I don't want to keep asking them. I'm going to let you guys go in a second. But if you have any, please unmute and ask. Again, she's literally technically still a new coach.
Yeah, guys, I've only been here since September, okay? Like, I was terrified. I texted Erica before this, and I was like, I might vomit. Like, I'm like, I don't really know what I can teach you. Like, I've been here for 5 months now. And I was honestly scared. I'm like, what can I teach someone? But you think back on it, and like I said from the beginning, we were all given the same exact materials. And you choose your own destiny. So you have the choice to take those materials and run with them or throw them to the side and try and do it on your own. And I can tell you straight up, it's much easier if you take your materials and learn from them and ask your questions, reach out to people when you need help, and always be willing to learn.
That's awesome. I couldn't have said it any better. Thank you so much, Steph. Thank you guys all so much for coming on tonight. Next week, like I said, we have Keyshawn on from corporate. So let's please try to pack the house for her. She's going to have a lot of good stuff for us. She's a freaking ball of energy. I'll tell you that right now. She's a blast to be in the call with. Kick ass with Team Cup, guys. Please do. Like, this is like a really awesome month to really take your business to the next level. Ashley and Kelsey, I'm still working on you guys. We'll get you guys somebody tonight for sure. We might have to throw in a spouse account, but we'll get it done. But here's the thing, guys, like, use this to your advantage. This, like I said, this shit works. It gives you a chance to really push your business forward. It gives you a chance to really like take this stuff to the next level. And honestly, like, if you're not on a Team Cup team, like, get on one tonight. Like, we still have until midnight to enroll. And last thing I have for you, we're doing the free group next week. I don't know if you guys saw on the team page. We are doing the free group where we're kind of doing little infomercials, and I'm showing the transformations, and I'm showing like these programs through your guys' eyes instead of throwing a shit ton of information at them about a program. The template's already done. If you are supposed to send me something, please get it to me by tonight or early tomorrow morning. I'm going to start editing those, and I really want to get those finished. I think that's it. So you guys have a good rest of your week. Good luck on the first week of Team Cup, and I look forward to you guys next week. Bye.